Today on Smackey's Garage, we're going to be changing the oil on my 2015 Audi A4 with this oil extractor here. We're going to go ahead and show a different way to change your oil that is much easier and much quicker to do. Now, I think one of the main questions is why to do it this way. So if you know this car, you know this engine, you know these oil pans and the threads down there for the plug likes to strip. So because of that, the less we take out that oil drain plug, the better for this car. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can do it from above. Now, when you wanna do this, you wanna make sure that one, your engine is hot or not hot, but warm enough, because you wanna get down to the bottom of the oil pan and you wanna make sure that if there's any particles or anything in the oil, that it's suspended. So, car's been running, it's hot. We're gonna go ahead and try this out. Now you do also have the added benefit of not having to take the entire bottom of the car apart on this, which is really annoying, but doable. It's just a lot more work. So with this engine, everything's accessible from the top. So with that, if this works, then it's going to make this oil change much simpler and much quicker to do. So on this engine, you have your oil cap here, which I've taken off. I've taken off the cover. The oil filter is here. And then this is where a dipstick would go, which is where we're going to use to suck the oil out. So this is the tool that we're going to be using. It's the Four Uncles oil extractor. I'll make sure that I go ahead and link this in the description below if you want to try it out or use it. And if you think it makes my life a little bit easier. So there's two different ways you can use it. One, you can use it with the handle, the pump here manually. Two, you can use it with an air compressor and just use the Venturi effect to create suction here, so that you can pull the oil out. We're gonna just do it manually. We're gonna pump it by hand right now and test it out. So the goal is we're gonna use this with the lines attached to suck the oil out. All right, so we're gonna push this all the way down. So I've chosen one that's skinny enough that it should go all the way down to the oil pan. Yeah, you can feel it is in there. So with this, valve is open, so I'm letting the air out. I should just be able to slowly pump this, create vacuum, and suck it out. Ah yes, you can already start to see the oil come through. So it's creating vacuum in here. I'm going to let it sit for a little while, and while it's sitting for a little while, it's going to continuously pull it out. I'm going to add some more pumps if I need to, but it seems to be doing its job. I don't know if you can hear it draining, but it is currently filling up. As I'm going, I'll add a few pumps every here and there just to make sure that the vacuum is built up inside of it. All right, you can see that it's around 2.5 liters so far, still pumping out. You want to make sure that you get the full oil amount out from the car before you go ahead and refill it. So you want to make sure it's fully empty before you start putting new oil in it. As you're getting closer to the end, probably good to move this around and just make sure that you're getting as much oil as possible out. But the goal is to try to get everything out, just like a normal oil change. So I'm going to go ahead and call that done. It looks like I'm just under 4 liters on this. So, I'm close to my oil change. This does burn oil. So you expect around 4.6 liters out, 5 quarts, but I'm a little bit low. That is something you do need to watch out for, just making sure that you're getting all the oil out before you put the new stuff in. Now, like I was saying, I like to move this around some because it just makes it easier to figure out, make sure you get all the oil out. Now, I should be able to just continue on with my oil change. So replace the filter, and then put the new oil in. Then with the oil filter in, this we already have moved. Go ahead and put this cover back in. Then we go ahead, fill it up with oil like I usually would. Okay, then cover goes on. And I am done. That was super simple. Okay, now to get rid of this, pretty simple. I should just be able to take this off. And this is actually shaped in a way that it's set up to pour, so we're gonna go ahead and pour from here. Okay, it was super simple. I was able to get the project done, probably took about a half an hour. It is a lot slower than you'd think to get all the oil out by doing it by hand. I haven't tried the air compressor version yet. That'll be something I try probably next time, but you know, this way works so well. I'm good with it. Now, things you do need to think about is you need to make sure you get all the oil out. It's really hard to tell when you're at the bottom of the pan. So I was able to move the hose around a little bit to make sure that, you know, wherever I was, there was no oil. So check that, different locations in the pan. Hopefully everything was out. It seemed like it did because I got the right amount out, or just slightly less because this Audi does burn a good amount of oil. Now, overall, I'm really happy with this. Didn't have to go into the car, didn't risk stripping the drain plug on the oil pan, so another big project. That's about it. Thanks for tuning in this week to Smackey's Garage. I'll link everything that I use down in the description below. I'll see you next time.